The transmission arrived on a Tuesday morning, cutting through every communication channel on Earth simultaneously. Admiral Chen Wei-Lin watched from the command center of Luna Station as the alien message played across 1,000 screens, its meaning crystal clear despite the otherworldly harmonics that accompanied it. "People of the third planet," the voice resonated with mechanical precision. "You have 7 rotations of your world to consider our terms. Surrender your military assets, submit to hegemony rule, and your species will be granted the privilege of continued existence as a client race. Resist and face extinction." The being on the screen stood 12 feet tall, its crystalline exoskeleton refracting light in impossible patterns. Behind it, glimpses of ships filled the void, more vessels than humanity had ever imagined possible, arranged in perfect geometric formations that stretched beyond the edges of the transmission frame. Chen turned to her aide, Lieutenant Morrison, whose face had gone pale. "How long until they reach Earth?" "Based on their approach vector and current acceleration patterns, approximately 72 hours, Admiral." 7 days. The hegemony was giving humanity 7 days to decide their fate, but they'd arrive in 3. Chen almost smiled at the tactical deception, almost if the situation weren't so dire. "Get me the Security Council," she ordered. "Full emergency session. And patch me through to every military commander from here to Mars." The next 72 hours passed in a blur of frantic activity. While diplomats debated and politicians postured, Admiral Chen coordinated humanity's response from the shadows. She'd studied the brief footage of hegemony ships with every military analyst available, noting their formations, their apparent blind spots, their overconfident positioning. "They're treating this like a parade," Chen muttered to herself as she reviewed the tactical data. "They expect us to roll over." Dr. Sarah Okafor, the xenobiologist attached to her staff, looked up from her own analysis. "From their perspective, we should. Admiral, I've been studying their social patterns from the transmission. The hegemony appears to be a rigid hierarchical structure. They've probably never encountered a species that didn't immediately submit to superior numbers. Then they're about to get an education." When the 7 days elapsed, Earth's official response came not through diplomatic channels, but through action. Every major city went dark simultaneously. Communication satellites fell silent. The planet appeared to have simply stopped responding. The hegemony fleet moved into Earth's orbit with casual arrogance, their massive vessels casting shadows across continents. Their commander, Overlord Zarthul, broadcast once more from the bridge of his flagship. "Your silence speaks of acceptance. Prepare for—" The words died as Earth's moon erupted with light. What the hegemony hadn't realized was that Luna Station wasn't just an administrative center. It was the culmination of 3 decades of human military engineering. Hidden beneath the lunar surface lay humanity's greatest secret, a network of mass drivers that could hurl projectiles at significant fractions of light speed. The first volley caught 6 hegemony vessels completely off guard. Tungsten rods, each weighing several tons and accelerated to incredible velocities, punched through their crystalline hulls like bullets through paper. The aliens' shields, designed to deflect energy weapons, proved useless against simple kinetic force delivered with impossible precision. But the moon was just the opening move. As the hegemony fleet recoiled from the unexpected assault, Earth itself came alive. Every communication satellite that had fallen silent revealed its true nature. Weapons platforms that had been masquerading as civilian infrastructure for years. Nuclear warheads that had supposedly been decommissioned were revealed to have been repurposed as space-based interceptors. Admiral Chen watched from her command center as humanity's trap unfolded. Fire everything. Mars joined the battle next, its mining stations transforming into launch platforms for remotely piloted fighters. Asteroid mining operations throughout the system suddenly revealed their dual purpose as the miners themselves became weapons, their fusion torches retrofitted as devastating close-range armaments. The hegemony's perfect formations dissolved into chaos as they found themselves surrounded not by a primitive world awaiting conquest, but by a species that had weaponized their entire star system. Every piece of civilian infrastructure, every mining operation, every research station, All had been designed with warfare in mind. Overlord Zarthul's panic was evident even across species barriers. "This is impossible. Our intelligence indicated a species barely capable of interplanetary travel." "Your intelligence was wrong." Admiral Chen's voice cut across all frequencies as Earth dropped its communication blackout. "We've been preparing for this day since we first looked up at the stars and wondered what else might be looking back." The battle lasted 18 hours. When it ended, less than 30% of the hegemony fleet remained functional, limping away at whatever speed their damaged vessels could manage. Chen allowed herself a moment of satisfaction before turning to her communications officer. "Send a message to the retreating ships. Make sure the entire hegemony receives it." The transmission was brief, broadcast in the aliens' own language. "Humanity does not surrender. We do not submit. We do not kneel. Tell your hegemony that Earth remembers every threat, and we will find you all." 3 months later, as humanity's first interstellar reconnaissance ships prepared for launch, Dr. Okafor presented her final analysis to the Security Council. "The hegemony has never encountered a Death World species before," she explained. "They evolved on garden worlds, conquered garden worlds, and assumed the universe was full of nothing but garden worlds. They couldn't conceive of a species that would militarize everything, that would prepare for total war while maintaining the facade of peaceful development." Admiral Chen nodded from her seat. "They gave us 7 days to surrender. Instead, we gave them a lesson in human nature." As Earth's new generation of warships took their positions at the edge of the solar system, humanity settled in for the long game. They had made their intentions clear to the galaxy. Earth would bow to no one. The stars themselves would burn before humanity yielded.